Good evening everyone, welcome back to Timber and Stone here at New Edge. And it was a pretty eventful evening, as one might be able to predict from the presence of these two over here. So, I was having a lot of fun, just making sure things are running smoothly, watching hit this guy, basically our warg rider if you will, just sort of roam around and evade most of the skeletons by sheer speed alone, because he is constantly running. And then he ran right into our firing lines over here. So Samantha, let's take a look at her. Where is she? Samantha, where are you? There you are, gaining a bit of health. But Samantha managed to take out the wolf by herself, but I wasn't able to micromatch her quite quickly. Oops, skeleton has killed a wolf. That will be the last wolf on the map, I'm afraid. So she took a bit of damage. She also took a bit of damage because she wasn't wearing the armor that we've been making for her for ages. She was just wearing a leather tunic. The person who was wearing all of that armor, on the other hand, eventually swanned in and took the last shot required for the goblin. So thanks for that, Seth. It was suboptimal, but we did actually manage to survive that. Until we get some, like, defensive fortifications up, I feel like every single person that walks in here is going to be, like, essentially a sub-boss. But, let's see, who is next on our radar? Looks like we're a ways away from everyone, basically. There's the skeletons over there, but they're far enough from our perimeter that I think they will probably just give it a complete miss. I kind of hope they do, because melee is more or less the best thing to handle skeletons with, and I don't know that we have any decent melee weaponry. Let's take a look. We have a bronze broadsword. I would really prefer a spear, but well, we could make a bronze glaive. That is an option. What happened to our boots? Apparently we failed at crafting them, no resource loss is the best explanation I can give there. Right, well, let's see if we can make a bronze glaive. That is part of our blacksmith's duties. Where is he? I think he went carpenter not too long ago. If I can find him. Okay, he is swimming out in the ocean. Okay, Bernard, I admire your enthusiasm, but there are things to be done. And then you need to get back to, like, actual building. So we're presently hitting up a lot of food. Like, we've got 3 food barrels at the moment, I believe, which gives us a capacity of 110, and we're currently using 82. That value up there at the top left is a bit wonky, I guess. I'm not really 100% certain. So yeah, we kind of need to move quickly, because that's going to keep the mobs coming up quite quickly. Mind you, we have still like 20 different mobs running around, so yeah, maybe you never know. I could harvest from the wolf since he's so close, but I think we'll give that a miss for now. We are mostly waiting on... oh jeez, look at that, weak capacity. Yep, there we go. We are mostly waiting on more cotton, so that we can start to make actual, like, beds. So let me see, we've got 3 of that so far, and to make, let's see, a nice bed requires 12, so we need another 9 cotton. If we could trade, that might help, but as soon as I set up a town hall, everybody around is going to start pointing at us, and that ain't gonna be quite pretty. Okay, by the looks of that, we have our bronze glaive. So, progress is made. Yay. Alright. So, let me see. Yep, let me get coal. Switch you over to coal. Emptying inventory. I don't see one there, but you're just spelting stuff now. So, resources. Weapons. Bronze glaive. Okay, so now we have the fiery spear that was so useful last season. And beyond that, I guess we'll just have to wait. Oh, storage cap reached on hay. Hay Hay, gabba gabba hay. Right, let's grab ourselves enough storage for it then. Conveniently, a hay bale is made from hay, so shouldn't be too big of an issue. We're gonna grab 2 more at it. And I was realizing this, like, not too long ago. I really wish that we could contort the dimensions of these guard points. I really wish that I could actually, like, tell this to, like, be, oh, say, only 4 blocks in this direction, or 8 in this one. Because then I could actually, like, form firing lines and all sorts, instead of just having people randomly stood in this diamond shape. Which, it's suboptimal, basically. What I'm basically saying is I wish I could nerd out more. And, oh, I can see the skeletons from here. How many arrows do we have? How many feathers do we have? We have 10 feathers. Okay. So, let us get some more. Let's see, 2 feathers. So, that would be 5, I think. So let's plug those in. Because we have all the stuff we need for that, so that shouldn't be too big of an issue. And that's Rickerman. And Bernard isn't presently doing anything else. Crafting bronze. We can make 1 bronze, because we only have the 1 copper right now. And I'm switching him over to carpentry so he can make us a heck of a lot of munitions. Just in case. Because Samantha ain't looking too fantastic right now. But if you... Couldst thou go over here, please, Samantha? Now, my usual strategy whenever Samantha gets hurt, that's probably been the main reason that she's still alive, has been to put her on sleep for basically the rest of time until she's better. Not quite viable right now is the problem. Oh, early morning. Okay. I think we'll be okay. If need be, I can do exactly what we did last time, that there was actually a significant threat to the settlement, and we can just have everybody board the bridge. But, you know, it'd be nicer if people didn't have to come off of the bridge, ever. Okay, Ellie, what do I want you on? Wood chopper is not a good idea right now because of that proximity. Let's just take a look at them. Where are they? Exactly. They are over there. And I don't seem to have this section of trees marked out, so let's grab that. Clear our sight lines a little bit. And a little bit over here too. And that little tree, there we go. Okay, wood chopper, because we're down to 16 on that, and it's going to go even lower as we get these arrows done. Hopefully, she won't attract the attention of the skeletons, but we'll have to see. Meanwhile, mining is going at a breakneck speed, pretty much. We've had to add a couple more of these mining piles, and we're seeing a fair bit of silver down here. So there could be some, like white gold inside of these mountains. Some more iron, some copper, some coal, some tin. We have the technology. We can make it happen. I'm mostly just concerned about that necromantic technology. Oh, and of course, Bernard's fallen asleep after making 2 batches of the arrows. Ugh. Of the 10 batches that we ordered. Dang it, Bernard. Oh well, once we get beds, people can actually have sleep schedules, and then people can sleep at night. The part that I skip all of the time, and they can do more during the day, but apparently not right now. Still, the cotton appears to be going up nicely. I expanded the farm quite a bit, so now I have quite a bit more of it coming out. Cotton is still at 3 though, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or so, I think. Either 10 or 11, which is almost enough to make a bed for a full harvest, so that's pretty good. Which I guess I might as well talk about a few of the like, your options in terms of, like, different resources. So, for example, we're farming food right now, but we could be fishing. And fishing has very different mechanics. Fishing, you can get almost immediately, like, entire games through, if you have the right materials to keep making fishing rods, which are a bit more expensive than making just hose. Hose you can just make from a stick and dirt. Meanwhile, though, crops take a while to actually grow, so they're slower, but they're easier entry. And then there's also the comparison of our cotton plants that we're using. Oh, there we go, cotton plants. Versus wool, because that's actually a meaningful thing as well. Let me see, where is wool? There we are. 27 wool we have. Used by tailors to craft one of 3 variants of cloth. And then there's cotton, frozen used by tailors in the crafting of cloth and other textiles. So if I go to cloth, we have 3 recipes using flax fibers, which we're also getting quite a few of right now, cotton, and wool. So that's like a fairly like versatile thing. So you can keep sheep, which you can just lump in with your animals, and you're getting wheat anyway, so you'll probably be working on that as it is. Or you can get the flax farms, which are slower. They have a lower production value, but don't require any like secondary resource like wheat. So that's why that is why we presently have a whole ton of chickens, and we slaughtered our last sheep last episode. Ew. And then there's combat things like the glaive, the bronze glaive that we just made versus the bronze broadsword, which those have actually much more meaningful like differences. You want to keep your enemy at range, because they can mess you up if they're not at range. Alright, let us take a look at furniture again. So the trouble is, if you want to go with the sheep over the cotton plants, then you can't make the cloth beds, because they must be cotton. You also can't get animal hide from sheep, so you can't make a straw bed either. Which, you know, not magnificent. Ooh, and we have just gone over 300 food. Waylon, if you could see us now. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. Looks like we've got a bunch of cotton coming up. And if it works like the mining that we've seen Rickerman doing, then we should hopefully get more than 1 per harvest there, so we'll see, per harvested block. And is that Seth asleep? I don't know why you're asleep, Samantha did most of the work. And she took a beating for it, and she hasn't complained. She's gradually gaining health again, which is nice. Good to see. Okay, so you've got the bronze chain collar, steel chain shirt, and because Seth has gone to sleep, you might actually get a chance to... let me see, I just switch you to adventurer, which you look quite nice in your kind of just like casual attire there. And then switch you to archer, you should pick up the boots. Bronze chain collar, steel chain shirt. Did we not craft the boots? Armor. Bronze boots. Apparently not. Or somebody is still wearing them. No? Okay, I don't know what happened to the bronze boots. We didn't lose the resources for them, so I don't know what happened to them. That's very strange. Oh. Maybe I'll have to go for like the footage and figure out what on earth just happened. Oh well. Yeah, we have a lot of people wandering around. I can see more skeletons way off in the distance there. The map is predominantly skeletons right now. And I mentioned this to Fuzz last night just while I was skipping the day. Well, skipping the night as well, rather. Skeletons are about the only unit that attacks other hostile mobs. So, there's actually a fairly short list of ones that they won't attack. And, oh yeah, the goblin encampment over here got messed up as well. So, yeah. Some of these people had a bad day. Some of these people had a really bad day. And yeah, we're getting a fair few spiders too, which I'm not liking one bit. Yeah, the skeletons, let's see, there's a very short list of creatures they don't attack. They don't attack farm animals, which is odd because they attack wolves. So, I don't know, maybe they're just like aiming for one step higher in the food chain. That sheep is pretty close, but we're not going to get any useful resources off of him. Just trying to keep an eye to make sure that... That's not what I wanted, I want chop. Trying to make sure that Ellie does not wander into their sight lines, or their range of detection. I'm not exactly sure how the skeletons hunt, but... So let me see, they attack wolves, they don't attack spiders, or at the very least I've never seen them get close enough to attack spiders. They don't attack necromancers, which I guess makes sense from a logical standpoint. These are the guys that create them, stands to reason they wouldn't create them if they couldn't control them to not attack them. Or perhaps just the most successful necromancers are the ones who can summon skeletons that don't then immediately maul them. Who knows, it could be natural selection that way. But they attack wolves, they attack goblins. I don't think I've seen them attack a zombie. I don't think I've seen them attack a matriarch. But then again, I've seen matriarchs like twice in my entire time of playing Timber and Stone in general. I've seen a lot more necromancers then. They were definitely targeting our Warg Rider. I saw that much because like he was just outrunning them at every single step, but they were still pathing towards like the last waypoint that they had marked for him. So they definitely attack Warg Riders. We know that much. It's just like they're too slow to generally do it. I guess they'd have to corner him. I don't know. At some point, I wouldn't mind trying out like putting together some kind of arena. Just have like some kind of a ravine in the ground that skeletons can climb into but not out of, and then just like open the gates whenever something that they'll attack comes nearby. That'd be interesting. Just use the skeletons as like a natural defense. Of course, the problem is I don't know what effect having like a whole ton of mobs just on the map has on your settlement's like wealth rating, which then increases the chance of getting more mobs. Because we've got quite a few right now, something in the region of 20, 25, 30, I think. I've lost track at this point. The exact number I could find out from the save data, but, you know. Speaking of... Oh, bronze was broken. Oh, no. Speaking of save data, actually, Timber and Stone has officially updated to version 1.6, which looks very, very different because they've gone a whole new way with the graphics. So, for example, this card now actually has, like, a roof over it, which is nice. It looks really nice. And, of course, I can zoom into that. 14 cotton, we can make a bed. The save data, I have yet to find. Actually, to be precise, I have yet to have a save actually, like, be visible the next time I boot the game. So, I can't really transfer Edgington over to it right now. Okay, where that? Which is a bit of a problem. Let me cancel construction on that so I can rotate it just quickly. There we go. Yeah, which is a bit of a problem because we just got out into the water. I don't really want to lose the save now. It looks like there might have been a format change, or it looks like there might be a few bugs. Some of the graphics are pretty awful. For example, the sand texture has this constantly repeating, like, small stone image in it. But 1.6 does include the capacity for resource packs, eventually, just like texture packs in Minecraft. So we might switch over to it at some point later. Maybe when this place gets wiped out, who knows. But, like, until then I'm going to stick here in 1.5.2, just to be on the safe side. If I can figure out how to transfer it earlier, and if I can figure out, like, how to change the textures packs a bit better. One does not simplify out of hose. We're out of hose? Apparently we're out of hose. We're out of hose, what do you know? Make an eye now. Yeah, that is Bernard's job. How is his... Yeah, he's fine for fatigue, so we can have him switch over. Change places! Of course, since Bernard is presently our combination blacksmith and carpenter, we don't really have much option on getting more arrows made until he's done with this. Yes, 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 I know, Emma, we are working on the problem. And that is Samantha taking a well-deserved rest. Level 11 farmer, Forest Mesnard, yay! So hopefully we can gather even more cotton and make even more beds, and then people can live less on the land, which would be great. In fact, speaking of, we have all of the stone for this. I'm going to build our nice little, like, working station over here. Just rebuild that, basically. And have the anvil there. Fits perfectly. Carpentry bench and masonry bench we'll put around about there. And is that the masonry or the carpentry? There we go. Perfect. It's as though they were made to go like that. So now we can get all of our actual processing done down here, pretty much. And then nobody will have to leave our artificial island once our builder actually has time to work on it again. So let's put you back over to carpenter. We can get that bed. And where is Ellie? Ellie has passed out on the floor. Okay. I can't quite reach past Bernadette. What is your fatigue like? Pretty high. So I'll leave you alone for a bit, and then you can come over and make this big, nice crafting structure. So let me turn all of those off, so people aren't using it again. There we go. Good to know we can consist on coal. But anyways, that's looking pretty good. There goes up our new carpentry bench. And here comes our first bed. Oh, let's take a look. Let's take a look. And bed number 1 of New Edge is completed. Magnificent. And now Forest is... well, now Bernard is off to actually, like, make some more arrows. Which we're going to probably need quite soon, I think. Because as soon as we actually, like, get everyone over there, we're setting up a town hall. So that will attract everybody. Anyways, looks like we are back to farming, so that's good to know. So I hope you've enjoyed. And from our sleepy settlement,